We are live. What's happening, people? Welcome to the Patreon exclusive. This is going to be a busy weekend. The way the order that these things are going to get released in are going to be... I'm just going to put both podcasts out the weekend. You can spread them across your week however you'd like to. I missed one during the week because of St. Paddy's Day and all that shit. But we're going to do a podcast with Deck Chair and Civils and Civil and Yums and Aaron and Tim are coming up. But that's probably going to go out first, and then the bonus podcast will go... It might just go out simultaneously. Same time. Know what I mean? I'm spoiling you. I'm not. I owe you a podcast, basically. I'm going to do this read on both podcasts because the good people at Anthony Nolan have reached out. The insurance company. They're not an insurance company.
I have no idea.
They do a lot of research into stem cells and things like that for blood cancers and things related to that. Nice. I should have looked into the heritage of it. Don't know who Anthony Nolan is, to be honest with you, but I'll look into it. He's obviously an important guy, or they. So yeah, they've sent me a read. This is what it says. Time now to tell you about our latest partner on General Banter, Anthony Nolan. And this is what they are. I'm going to read this out the first time because I don't want to be like winging it with medical stuff.
Yeah.
I'll wing it with a ball shaver.
Yeah. But
I'm not going to be like, they do some fucking shit with this stuff. This is what it says. UK charity that makes life-saving connections between people with blood cancer and incredible strangers ready to donate their stem cells. And obviously with the lockdown and pandemic, they need your help more than ever. You know? They currently save 3 lives a day, but they need as many donors as they can possibly get. Now, this is smaller than a prison letter, the text on this, so I'm struggling with it. I have glasses. Wait a minute. I'll put this on. They sent me an example of a read from Ramesh Ranganathan, and
cool.
It was a lot smoother than what I'm pulling off right now. Looking at this goddamn tiny message. Even under current government restrictions, you can still become a potential lifesaver. All you need to do is join the Anthony Nolan Stem Cell Register, and you might just be the perfect genetic match for a patient with blood cancer who needs your stem cells. I know all about it all too well, you know. Maureen recently got a stem cell transplant. She was able to use her own because she was healthy enough, but there's lots of people who aren't able to do so. They got a real shortage of young men aged 16 to 30 on the stem cell register. So if you're this age and you're in good health, you can apply online to the Anthony Nolan Stem Cell Register, and they'll send you out a cheek swab in the post. So that's basically all you really need to do. You know, you don't have to fucking do much. You just register. They send you this thing out. You wipe your mouth with it, send it back, and they take your details. And if you're a match, you might get a call or an email someday, and you're like, would you like to come in? There's someone looking stem cells. And you go, yeah, no problem. And that's it.
Saving lives. And
all you did was like that. There are loads of myths and misunderstandings around donating stem cells. The truth is 90% of people who are a match actually donate their stem cells through their bloodstream in a similar process to how you give blood. Anthony Nolan needs your help. Anthony Nolan need your help. It's funny because Anthony Nolan is the group, but you're saying Anthony Nolan need your help more than any ever. And I can't read, but I know that sounds wrong. So please do join the stem cell register by signing up online. Got my own link now.
Ooh.
AnthonyNolan.org/General Banter. And they want to see how many people sign up through me, because what they do is they'll look at the numbers and they'll go, it wasn't enough, Colin, fuck off. So I need you to go. Now I'm getting nothing out of this other than just sleep at night, you know, just feeling like a great guy.
Nice.
No, in all seriousness though. But yeah, AnthonyNolan.org/General Banter. I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to do it after this.
Me too.
Yeah, let's do it. So that's it, guys. They need meals, 16 to 30, healthy boys, because that's, you know, there's a real shortage of that, and they think that that's all who listens to my podcast. Even though the merch would tell you otherwise, you know, a lot of girls and women and theys, you know, female adjacent theys buying up those hats like a motherfucker. AnthonyNolan.org/General Banter. You know what I mean?
The General Banter Podcast with Colin Geddis.
Dance. Also, while we're at it, you know, this is what happens. I'll do a good deed for the day. I'll go sign up to that, please, and then I'm straight back to self-promotion. Get the SSE tickets. The second show has been on sale for a while. No one really knew how to push it because it's a pandemic. When's it going to be? I think very possibly mine are going to be fine. So go ahead, ticketmaster.ie, get a ticket for my SSE show. And I'll put a bit of a fire under my ass to actually write some material around this motherfucker. But the old management there were like, can you send us through some artwork? And I was like, hold on, is this not your fucking job? But they know I'm such a control freak that they were like, can you do the artwork, send it to us? We're putting on these screens around Belfast. So if you see any of those pulse screens, like there's one outside House of Fraser there. It's kind of like a virtual bus stop fucking ad type thing. I don't know what the fuck it is. But my big fat face is on it. And the guy from Shine sent me a photo and he's like, there you are. And I went, that's cool. And it was St. Paddy's Day. An absolutely desolate Belfast. I could hear this noise of it. He's like, there you are, bro. Great advertising. For like one taxi driver to go past and be, who the fuck's that? Fuck me, who's that there? Ugly cunt. Can't guess what he's a fucking magician. Unbelievable. What? I mean, it's a funny thing about comedy. Like, you almost feel like you have to write that. You have to write on it, stand-up comedy show at some point. But anyway, that's up. That's cool. Were you working on St. Patrice's Day, were you?
I was, yes.
Yeah. Any action? No. Did they do anything festive on set? They're like, here you go. Here's a green fucking sandwich.
They give everyone Guinness.
Did they?
Yeah.
No way.
For the hotel.
Oh, you had to wait till fucking 1 a.m. to get it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's horseshit.
So just like everyone's sitting in their room by themselves.
Are you allowed to mingle in the bar or anything? And that's Armagh City Hotel?
Maybe.
Yeah.
No, it is. Yeah.
Well, here the gates are closed. I couldn't get in to fucking give blood the other day. I was like, excuse me, where do I do blood? And I just drive straight through that fucking gate there, like you're escaping from prison. So yeah, so you're not allowed to mingle in the bar or nothing?
No.
They're just like, have a good one.
Yeah.
Try not to slit your wrist in the bath. Here's 8 fucking things again. Oh fuck. It's weird though. Yeah, like we jumped on. Well, it was actually Maureen's dad. You know, fierce man for a bit of an event. You know, bit of crack to be had. You know, they loved it. You know, they're like, oh, the match is on. They're watching a bit of rugby. They're like, how can we? And then he like wire the TV into the garden, and the TV. You know, things like that. Just loves a bit of. Oh, I want to stand here and barbecue. Let me build a full shed around that with cup holder. You know, he's a wild man for that. And we jumped on the Surger wagon. Do you see that?
Oh, yes.
The Surgers. Which I mean, I'll tell you a story in a second. They've been around, but I don't know, these things just burst out of nowhere. Like fidget spinners will come back and people will be like, oh, do you remember those? And you're like, no, these are just new. Nah. But those Surgers have been around. But someone realised that they're like, oh, it's obviously just like an ultrasonic... What's the ultrasonic cleaner?
Oh, yes.
Ultrasonic, yeah. So they're obviously like, right, the same technology is in the Surger that's in the bloody, like a jewellery cleaner. So people, instead of buying the Guinness one for £300, are buying this ultrasonic jewellery cleaner for 30 quid off Amazon. And then you go into the shops and you're like, why are these Surger tins here? Like, who even has a fucking Surger? No one has a Surger. They get a jewellery cleaner and you set it in there. It's a fucking... It takes a bit of getting used to because you have to crack this tin, pour it in with no bubbles. You're trying, like, so slow, just flat Guinness. And then you set it in the jewellery cleaner and you hit the thing and it goes... And then all the bubbles rise up and it's all fucking swirling like a real pint and then it settles.
Oh, nice.
And then you taste it and you go... Okay. I don't know whether I'm just not a big enough Guinness fan, but I was just like, okay, well, yeah. I mean, had it come out of the tin a minute ago, the other tin that has the widget in it, fine. Also, but then I was thinking, you know, it would also make this tin fizzy if you just shook it and then poured it in a glass because it's like flat. But it was alright. It was a bit of crack anyway. You're just getting the fine bubbles, you know, and it leaves the trail down the glass. That's the bit, you know, they're like, you want the fine bubbles so it sticks to the glass and you don't even get to drink them. So anyway, the day before St. Paddy's Day, you know what I mean? Hipster style. Dude, I'm not conforming to fucking St. Patrick's Day, fucking whatever. And then I got absolutely trashed on the 16th.
Nice.
Style. And I fucked it up because I had a tin of Smithwick's. I'm a big ale guy, I've decided. Big red sort of ale guy. Had that. Then I had the Surger cans. Then I went back to the Smithwick's. And then I went in hard on the whiskey. And I was a wee bit dying. But I'll tell you what, you're able to shake it off pretty. If you've been so used to like sleep deprivation with a baby and all this here shit, I got hammered. Maureen was obviously like, right, he definitely came back here at 3 o'clock in the morning. There's no way he'd be up. So she got up with Eddie, and all I had was like an extended lie-in to about 10. Bro, it was like I'd been to fucking rehab and got massages and blood transfusions. I was like, yes. This is what it feels like to sleep in at 10 o'clock. I feel amazing. But I remember this, who did I tell a story to? I haven't even podcasted this week and I'm already running in circles in my brain. We did a gig in Edinburgh one time and they had a Surger for the Guinness behind it. We hear this. Right, it's at a Three Sisters in Edinburgh, which is like a big Irish thing, but it's like a hotel and a venue and a court. The courtyard's banging. Like during the Fringe, great place to be. Not so much the gig there, I don't think, but we had a gig in there, and it's like everything in Edinburgh. It's just an old stone tunnel. I don't know what like Edinburgh's like up top. The top layer of it's nice, and then you go like under a bridge, and it doesn't matter what the establishment is. It's in a fucking stone tunnel where if you lean against the wall, your jacket's wet. I don't know. It's like all of it. Edinburgh's a castle. The whole city's a castle. You know, you'd be going into like, you could get your nails done, for example. Like the hairdresser, stone tunnel. Sandwich shop, stone tunnel. And we were doing this gig, stone tunnel. And there was no backstage. There was a stage at the front. And then at the side, there was these two thin curtains. And we were like, right, well, what do we do for the gig? We can't walk through the crowd. And they were like, well, why don't you just wait off to the side till it's time to go on? I wasn't even on the second half, and I was like, all right. And we all walked through the seats, the empty seats, got behind the stage, and then they're like, right, we'll let people in now for the gig. So we're trying to like whisper to each other behind this curtain, and people were like, welcome to the stage, you know, fucking Mickey Bartlett. And he would walk like 2 steps from behind this curtain, grab the microphone. But behind this curtain was the Surger cans of Guinness, the silver tins. And I mean, like, bottles of Tuborg. When was the last time you even seen that? But I had like a wee foil cap on it. So, I must have had 72 of them that night. But they had the wee Surger cans and we were like pouring them into the plastic glasses and being like, oh my God, this is brilliant. But we're absolutely getting hammered before this gig. And, of course, you need a piss. So I just was like, I'm going to have to piss in this pint glass here. And it wasn't my proudest moment. But as Mickey always says, you piss a lot more than a pint when you test that theory. And I was pissing in this thing, and I was like, oh my God. And it looked like a pint of white wine. I was like, you could probably sell that around here. And I'm pissing, and I'm like, someone's going to have to send me like a second. And be whispering, there's a gig going on. People are like, not know there's like 6 dudes behind this curtain. Like, pass me another thing. And I set the glass down, I'm like, oh no. And just grab your, like, folding a hose. You're like, I have to stop this piss. Nothing harder than trying to stop your piss. I'm like trying to clench the piss, and then I got the other glass and I'm like, ugh. And it was like 2 full pints of piss, which I just sat there and people like trying not to kick over. But the funny thing was, like, after the gig, like during the break, we all walked out from behind this thing, went to the toilet. It was fucking retarded. There was like a light behind these red curtains, so you could just see bodies moving about. Do you know what I mean? You could just see dudes moving about and fucking whispering and drinking and all. I'm sure people were like really distracted. So I'd like to think, that there was some sort of shadow puppet show going on. Where they're like, what's going on? I bet you that's Colin Geddis there. Looks like, and then I just go like this, like, yeah, fat hot. No, not really. Let me get I can't get my dick in the end of this pint glass. Nah, totally not. It was like one of those breast pumps. It was just sucking right up dick and balls. Had my whole dick and balls in it, and the gunt shoved in there. Just fucking airtight. And I'm just going, And no doubt, they could probably see the fluid in the fucking pint going up. I was so embarrassed. Not really. I was hammered. We'd have had like a 20-minute set to do, and I'd been drinking for 9 hours. But that was just back in the day. Like, I mean, the thought of that now scares the shit out of me as a grown ass man. No, I'm joking. I would go like, I would drop everything right now to go to Edinburgh to get hammered. Have you ever been to Edinburgh?
I haven't.
It's really good.
List.
It's good to visit. Like, yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's nice. It is actually nice. Like, it's very nice. Yeah, Edinburgh's a castle. The whole place is a castle. I lived in Glasgow. I prefer Glasgow, but Edinburgh's great to like just visit, you know, and do all the stuff that you want to do there. It's great. And the Fringe is insane. But anyway, St. Patrick's Day. What did I do on St. Patrick's Day? We all just dressed the baby up and fucking laughed at him. Put all the green shit on him. Tied a little trailer to the back of the quad. Like a little St. Patrick's Day parade. Put him in there. Paraded him about the field. Hated it. His face was like that the whole time. So it was good crack. I've seen a lot of people giving it that, you know, like, oh fuck, it's hard to be at home St. Patrick's Day. You're like, what would you have fucking done anyway?
I know.
Nothing. You're 35. You know, what you really miss is something you did fucking 15 years ago.
Yeah.
You look at all the people in botanic gardens and you're like, oh, well, first of all, irresponsible. Truth bomb. Hope there was no kissing going on. You dirty bastards. But yeah, that's what people are missing. But in reality, you know, we're like, oh, didn't get doing much this year. And then if there was no lockdowns, you know what you'd been doing? Working. You'd have been at work and you'd have maybe went for a pint afterwards. And then you went, I shouldn't, sure, I'm in tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Boring. Maureen showed me something, you know, she's like, I follow this girl, some makeup girl. And she was doing like, again, like we did with Eddie, like a little cute fucking, you know, put his wee Ireland rugby shirt on, put a wee leprechaun hat on, give him a couple of pints, you know what I mean? But this woman was doing the same. And the woman shared a message that she'd got from somebody. And it was like, I follow you and I'm a fan. And I feel threatened by the fact that you have a tricolour in that video. It's St. Patrick's Day. Which in other parts of the world, because they just use it as an excuse to get hammered, they just call it Irish Day. You know? Don't they?
Yeah.
St. Paddy's? They just call it Irish Day. No one even knows what the fuck they're playing at. They're just like, it's like Cinco de Mayo or fuck any of those things.
Yeah.
If I was in the Mayo, I'd be like, I don't know what the fuck this is, but here. Puerto Rican girls with painting on their ass. They've painted their whole bottom here in the street. Semi-erectile. But yeah, to be like, you know that there's people like in those fucking wee loyalist estates places where they're like that. They literally be like, "That's the IRA flag." You're like, "No, that's the Irish flag." No, that is the IRA flag that represents terrorism. Like, for fuck's sake. And apparently the wording of it was like, I would like you to apologise. Like, fuck me.
God.
I'd like you to apologise. I'd like you to fuck it. What film is it? Is it Austin Powers? He's like, and I'd like a toilet man at a go, baby. Yeah, where does your fucking hopes and wishes stop? I'd like you to really? I'd like fucking 69 by what the fuck's going on here? Shut up. People being all entitled. Fucking eat my cock. You just need a Bill Burr. You see Bill Burr at the Grammys?
No.
They were trying to cancel him because he said like, I'll have to see if I can get the clip here.
Oh, I think I have seen this.
Where he's like, he goes, I can't wait to see all these feminists, you know, why is this white guy presenting all the Latina awards or whatever, or the Latin awards? And people were trying to cancel him and all, and then, you know, people were posting shit online and it was like a picture of, they're like, yeah, Bill Burr, the racist, and it's him and his wife's black, and they have a mixed race child, obviously. Yeah. And then somebody wrote this thing like, yeah, having a African American sex slave is a form of racism.
Yeah,
like someone shared that. And then Nia, his wife shared it and just went, shut up, bitch. Shut up, bitch. Some people need that. I'm sick of fucking pandering to anybody who has a problem with anything.
I know.
You're like, it's your problem. I'm offended. You might as well go, I'm hungry. I don't give a fuck. You know? Some people really do just, like, someone's turn around and go, like that bouncer, fuck up! Fuck up with you! Or smacked. So many people just need smacked. Don't they? Fuck's sake. I'm just at full dad mode today. Some of these fucking bastard and he's slut, don't they? Yeah, the Surger was good crack. Just one of them drink gimmicks. They're all gimmicks. We've seen it with all the drinks. The gin movement. You know, honestly, the fucking craft gin. Whatever. And then they just slowly made it into like an alco pop, and everyone's like, no, I really... Like, it's the most... They've buried the flavour in like so much shit. Oh, we're on to a winner here with this tangerine, raspberry, lime and vanilla flavoured gin. Just pour Glens in a glass and then pour fucking lilt over it and shut up.
Oh. Cocktail.
Yeah. And all of a sudden you're transported to the Caribbean. What's the trashiest drink that's actually really good? Iron Brew and vodka's good.
Oh, yeah.
What's good? I remember trying to like not drink as much beer one time when I was in uni, and I got Volvic lemon flavoured water and put vodka in it. And thought it'd be a good idea to smoke menthol cigarettes at the same time, and it was like out the window.
Vodka and cordial.
Yeah, that's Trump. That Maureen had a hangover one day so bad that she was crying. And this is about 10 years ago, but she was drinking vodka and blackcurrant.
Yeah.
Like, is there that's the like, I can't, you know, like, I'm trying to save money, but I'm in a rural bar. Give me vodka and blackcurrant.
Yeah.
Ugh. I remember some of my mates at school, they were like, man, you know the way rappers say the word Hennessy? Yeah, I think we should be drinking that. And these boys were getting like Hennessy with like loads of ice in it and then lime cordial.
Ugh.
And like, I remember how, like, I remember it was like a thing for a minute. You were like, yeah, I guess we'll get this sort of Hennessy and lime. And it was just the most like, you know, if you absolutely wanted to barf as quick as possible, that was the drink, like.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's just vodka and white. so many, you know, they're just like such golf club drinks, aren't they?
Yeah.
Give me a Bacardi and Coke. Get your uncle a Bacardi and Coke. My uncle used to drink Bacardi and Cokes that were like, they looked like iced tea, you know, just like so washed out with booze and then like a fucking dash in the top. You won't fucking no room in that. I've seen my uncle open a quarter bottle of Bacardi, pour it all in a cup and just throw it out and just put a wee bit of Coke in and be like, here we go. Yeah, that's what it is. Just golf club drinks. Gives a fucking vodka soda, a wee dash of lime cordial. And I'm gonna go over and chat up your auntie. Never had a stroke of golf in my fucking life. Big fuck. You know, them boys that have like 9 fucking pints with a wee halfing on the side.
And
then get in the Range Rover and go home. Just the guy, I mean, I can't complain. You know, the watch is like too small for your wrist, like so, your big fat wrist with like a wee tight Rolex on it. Well, that's it, dog. Is a fucking. What other shitty drinks? I got a Southern Comfort and White.
Oh, I hate Southern Comfort.
And there's like a 16-year-old wee girl, you know, doing like a summer job. Get a wee fucking Southern Comfort and White. And then they'll be like, it's on the bottom shelf. Guys, look at that underage ass. Did you say you hate Southern Comfort?
Yeah.
Absolutely, everyone does. No one likes it. I think it's like a gateway spirit.
Yeah.
You know, because people know it's sweet, so they buy it when they're young, and they drink a bunch of it, and then everyone always has the Southern, like the fucking barf story with the Southern Comfort.
Yeah.
I've done it. We decided to like day drink Southern Comfort. Me and a mate of mine. Me and a mate of mine, and then we rang our favorite kebab shop, and they delivered, and we had this like mixed king kebab, and then we kept drinking beer on top of that, and I did a real hard barf at one point, and it was the summer, and it wasn't even dark yet, you know, like one of those long nights. I'd done all the drinking, done all the eating, and then I was just like kebab meat coming out my nose, just pulling it out like a magician. My sisters my sister has a, she'll never hear this. My sister has a mate, and they were like sneak drinking. I lived at home too. I was probably like, what age would I have been? I don't know, maybe 20 or something. And they were like sneaked some drink, and this wee girl drank like a pile of Southern Comfort, and just fucking emptied all over my sister's room, just. And they were trying to. This was like, it wasn't like that sneaky. Like there was people in the house, you know, but they were like just in the bedroom, like music playing and all. And they're like, haha. And this girl fucking just barfs everywhere, and was like, you know, snow angels in the boat, like rolling around. It was a disaster. And my sister was like, help me, she's fucking me sick. That's why she literally has a fear of vomit to this day. And she's like, God, help me, fuck's sake. And all. This girl's lying in a pile of sick, and she was like, said to my sister, Rachel, just to let you know, I feel like I might be sick. And I was like, let me tell you something. There's fucking 8 buckets of sick on the floor already. Are you fucking mad? Just a heads up, I feel a bit queasy. And people are fucking, you know, like, what's that movie with Tom Cruise? He runs in like, shh, cocktail? Is that from that movie?
Oh, yeah.
Shh, slides across. That's what it was like when he was fucking chunks of boke. Absolutely disgusting. But there we go. We've been through it. I made stew twice this week. That's how fucking St. Paddy's Day it was. Although I say, like, St. Paddy's Day, England play Ireland later, and I'm gonna fucking paint myself green, fucking get hammered. Isn't it amazing? Like, what is it about rugby or any sport where you're like, anyone but England? Just, even if they win, make sure it's a fucking bloodbath round here. I swear to God. Did you see the Ireland-Scotland match?
Bits of it, yeah.
It's fucking good.
Yeah.
It's good. Big Henley, Ian Henderson. At the end there, and it was 24 each.
Yeah.
And your man charged down the kick, and there was like a breakdown, and he had like 2 guys and the ball like this, and he just fucking lifted them, and then they couldn't place the ball, and he just fell over, and they got the penalty then. And I was dad. Maureen sat down. I was like, this is invisible rugby that you're not going to see with the naked eye.
Yeah.
Take a look at that. The man should get a fucking MBE from the Queen and turn it down. Incredible. Wow, and fucking we do hear this. Like rugby guys are boring, aren't they? They're always being interviewed, especially the Ireland ones. Are like, well, we had a good game today, and we, you know, hopefully we'll fucking pull together for the rest of the time, and fucking blah blah blah. And everyone's asleep. Oh, we did it even worse this time.
Oh no.
We did it worse. In the name of fuck. We'll just leave her on our side there. I'll play it from the phone. For fuck's sake. Here, see by the end, you know what I do, like a best bits of the year? He's not even here. This year I'm going to get to the end of it and be like, here's the fucking highlight reel of the times that I spilled coffee in the fucking thing. Look at Lana Del Rey.
Lana Del Rey.
Just kiss her right in the fucking mouth loads of times. Even if you didn't fancy her, you hear her singing, you're like, yeah, I'd think I fancy her. Thanks for that now, I didn't even move. What a fucking lazy cunt. There we go. The table's slowly fading to brown. That'll do. We're hearing an excuse to buy a new laptop, isn't it? It won't even break, piece of shit. I have to find this clip. Hey! We're on fire today. Fuck's sake. Where's this clip now?
We're still rolling.
Good. I mean, we never cut. Never, ever cut.
Christ.
We hear this interview from this guy. This is a rugby player with a bit of crack about him. We can't watch the video. The computer's there's smoke coming out of the computer.
Tonight it's been well documented what a difficult side they are to break down. How have you gone about that?
Well, there's a lot of emotional focus here. I'm taking it really personally. So we're out here to try and put a number on this lot. But despite their injuries, they've got a team of real mavericks, 1 to 15. They're all quite unpredictable, much like they play. So should be good fun, a real battle, so to speak.
It was a dominant return for you personally last week at Six Ways. It was quite the pleasure to see you doing your bit in the set piece.
I was running around just talking to my ancestors. I was missing lungs. Oh man, I was battling.com. You know, one of those real personal grind outs. You're just like, oh God, next phase, make it, you can do it. Just all out in a monologue, but it was really fun. I was so glad to get it done. Oh, some relief there. That I've still semi got it.
You know, you've become a bit of a cult hero for our supporters. So they're sat at home, they're watching this. Just give the average Joe an insight of what's it like playing at this level on a Friday night under the lights.
Yeah, I think Friday night's always been a personal favourite of mine. You got the long weekend. Usually when the fans are here, it's real. Everyone's just wanting that release, that stimulation, just to watch a macabre sport of gladiatorial confrontation, and you feed off that as athletes. Like, you love it. But unfortunately, that's not today. But I'm looking forward to getting right in amongst it and intimate in the best kind of way with the men from Wasps, Canny Foxes.
That was a really enjoyable.
I'm gonna have to say that. Like, I fucking pissed myself at that. I was like, fight now. Such a tough fucking numpty, like, but I was like, good to see a bit of personality on the sports field for once. And so, what is it like? I was watching not a lot of it, 2 more episodes of the Drive to Survive thing.
Oh, nice.
Why is no one good crack, man?
Ricardo's good crack.
He is a nice guy. Like, tell me this: do you think in Monaco, if you're like sub a 9, they just kill you?
Yeah.
Because the highlight reel, you're looking around, you're like, hey, is there a sign on the way into Monaco says no stinkers and only billionaires, please?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I think most of them live there, like the drivers.
Yeah, you would.
They all just live there.
You would. That guy Verstappen or whatever. Like, I mean, do any of them have a dry dick for more than 30 seconds every day?
Yeah.
Be class, wouldn't it? And they're all sponsored by watch companies and whatever. I would base where I was taking my career on who was sponsored. I'd be like, well, Lewis Hamilton's got the IWC, fucking. And it goes down, you know, like by the time they get to Williams, they're sponsored by Oris. And you're like, well, fuck me, I can buy an Oris myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Red
Bull have Tag.
Ferrari used to be Rolex.
What are they now?
I'm not sure.
Timex. The Mercs are IWC. I tell you what, IWC, the most. There's a lot of watches, you look at them and you go, how's this money? You know? But IWC are the most, why is this money?
Yeah.
They'll do like a very basic field watch, you know, from a certain time, and it's like $7,000, and you're like, excuse me. Come on now. Anyway, how long have we talked for? And how long was me wiping coffee?
Half an hour.
That's all we're here for today. We're doing another podcast right after, and it'll probably go lengthy. I got slagged on my own Patreon, which I thought was going to weed out people, you know, that were annoying. But I was getting slagged for the last podcast. They were like, man, there's way too much talk about, you know, the women. People giving off to me about that. Man, I thought I was going to have to start paying reparations to females halfway through it. People literally, I had to turn this off, man. Listening to Geddis, the soy boy. Like, what the fuck? What's a soy boy? Now, I know that's a term given to some, you know, like little liberal cuck types, but I think we all know I'm not eating any soy-based products. I think we all know that. Let me see. Soy boy is a pejorative term often used in online communities to describe men lacking masculine characteristics. The term bears many similarities and has been compared to the slang term cuck and low T, 2 other terms popularly used as an insult for male femininity by online communities. So there you go. Geddis is over here, you know, agreeing with the fact that men possibly have some issues around, you know, insecurities that make them humiliated and violent. And I'm a soy boy. Unbelievable. How did you feel about that podcast now? Do you think there's any good points made, or do you think it was pandering to these hoes?
I thought it was all quite fair.
It was very fair, wasn't it? And I'll tell you, there's a place for fucking what these people think as, you know, manly men.
Yeah.
Like, Maureen likes manly things. You know what I mean? She's like, do all the fucking traditional man things.
Yeah.
She wants that, you know, but it doesn't mean that you know She wants you to be like, yeah, I don't care about women. I'll be out there stabbing bitches if there's any lip out of you.
Yeah.
You need to re-listen, boys. I mean, call me a cuck. Soy boy? Bro, I'll eat your dick. I'll eat your fucking dick off. I just don't care. I actually, on other days I would, I'll be all riled up and be looking to fight, but I actually just don't give a fuck. Soy boy. I mean, Maureen's getting a lot of messages going like, I think it's really good that you use that platform to talk about those issues. She gets all the good messages. She gets people. What the fuck is that, man? She gets people coming to her like, oh, we want you to be one of our kindness influencers for some like PETA house or whatever we call it. One of those things. The suicide awareness thing.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, guys, what am I? What am I?
Soy boy.
I'm just fucking dishing out soy over here. Fucking get us a soy boy. Sort of man are you? Fuck's sake, let your wife get stabbed to death in the street. What sort of fucking man are you? If it's any consolation, I was just lying to my wife. Just to shut her up, know what I mean? Not these fucking women are like giving her all that. I think for an easy life, easy fucking, what is it? Happy wife, happy life. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here and just meditate, have a chamomile tea. I know it's chamomile, but it feels softer to say chamomile. Chamomile tea, and just really reflect on my privilege. Did I say this in the last podcast? I wrote a line where I was like, talking about white privilege, and I was like, the only privilege I have is that I might not get raped by a guy that looks exactly like me. Bars, man. That's bars. And you'll see that in 2023 when we're allowed out in public to do comedy. Yeah! I noticed Chris D'Elia is back podcasting. Do you notice that?
No.
He's got new podcasts out and he's kind of like, he's coming from that angle of like, yeah, man, I'm just back. It's very like, he should, what he should do? Just plow straight ahead and not mention any problems he's had. Because he has to keep being like this and, yeah, I cry every day and that's what a guy in recovery does because I'm addicted to fucking. But you know what I mean? A lot of people, that's the thing about the world these days. A lot of people don't care about what he's done. If he's done anything at all. They're just like, yeah, just shut up and just give him the thing. Which is nearly the way you can be, which is what goes back to the Bill Burr thing. People slagging him. He's like, yeah, but it's actually only about 3 people, so fuck you. I'll just keep going on with what I'm doing. That's maybe what Chris Leach. I don't know. Don't know why I brought that up. Didn't really have any good points about it. Sounded like a fucking, he's a soy boy now. Raped offender. And we have a podcast name. Brilliant. Did the thing that won Cheltenham, was it called Belfast Banter?
Was it?
Hold on. I don't know if it actually won or someone just sent me the name. Was it Cheltenham? Winner of Cheltenham Gold Cup. Okay. Didn't win. Okay. I mean, I couldn't give a fuck about horses. What would you... Oh, yeah. Just results. That would be a good thing to write. Results. Give me the results. Racing Post. That's probably going to have the most... So... A+ Tard. Is that a real name? A+ Tard. That's a bit risque. Okay, I can't find any full result. Yeah, let's go. Jesus Christ, man. A+ Tard? Are you joking me? Like, Roddy. This is great listening, isn't it, guys? This is why we're here. Is that all that finished? There's like 12 horses finished? Ah, fuck me. Result. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it goes through. I don't know. Someone sent me a picture of a horse that was called Belfast Banter.
Nice.
So if you could just cut out like the last 3 minutes of this podcast now.
No cuts.
No cut. Fucking no cut. If we're not cutting for broken equipment, we're not cutting for fucking anything. Right, anyway, I'll go. We're going to record. This podcast will be out alongside the podcast with Aaron and Tim. Yeah, AnthonyNolan.com. Or, fuck's sake, man. Let me see if this works. It smells like a Starbucks now. AnthonyNolan.org/General Banter. Go on there. Sign up and get them to send one of them swabs at you. See if you can save a life up in this hoe. Also, yeah, Ticketmaster.ie. Get yourself a ticket for the SSE show. Manscaped.com. Use the code GenBant1, 20% off. Get those ballocks shaved. And Flow CBD LTD for all your CBD products. And if you're on the Patreon, there's a discount code as well. So there you go. That's all the sponsors out of the way. The pink hats are back. We're out of here. See you later.